Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I don't know what it was. I had to reset my phone. I apologize. I did not know that I was mute. That you couldn't hear me. So like I said, I don't know what it was. But yeah, I had to reset my phone. So I apologize for that. But we're back and we're ready to rock and roll. Waiting on Tony to contact. Milton, is that what you were trying to tell me? Huh? Milton, is that what you were trying to? Yeah, there we go. But you need to speak up, Milton. I can't understand you when you're mumbling. You need to speak up and tell me that they couldn't hear me. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday again. It's a great day to have a fantastic Friday. And that's what we're going to have. We speak over ourselves, over our lives, over our families early in the morning to guarantee that we are in the right mindset to have a fantastic day. Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all come on in, let me know where you're from. I feel a lot better this morning. I'm on a little bit earlier this morning. I usually, my window of coming on is between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I was up early this morning, or earlier, like up on my feet. I was still up around the same time. Um, just a little bit before 5 this morning. So I went ahead and did my morning routine. Well, said my prayers, did my morning routine, did my meditation. Hey, how are you doing? You're back, cousin. How are you doing this morning? Oh, I'm doing better. Yesterday I didn't feel so good, but as the live went on, as the day progressed, I began to feel a lot better. How are you doing? And I'm feeling great this morning. Just a little bit congested, but the weather is doing like this flip-floppy thing here in Alabama. So yeah, I'm doing great though. Anytime that you see me on here, you know that I'm doing great. Nothing but. How are you? Yes, Alabama. You have a cousin in Alabama. How are you doing this morning? You doing okay? Well, it's not really morning for you, is it? What time is it where you are, cousin? Oh, you okay back there, Milton? Whew. Tony was here. He'll probably be back in a little bit. I came on a little bit earlier, and there was something going on with my volume, so I had to end my live and reset my phone. And that seemed to fix whatever the problem was. I still don't know what the problem was. Uh, but yes, thank you. Oh, oh wow. Oh, well, you stay warm, stay bundled up, be careful. If you can, stay inside. Out of that. Oh, wow. Negative 24. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. That's cold. And tell me again, sweetheart, where are you from? Yeah, it's not been negative anything here. Um, and apparently we're just playing with cold weather here compared to having negative 24. Um, I think the lowest that I can remember is like 24, but it wasn't negative 24, it's just 24 degrees. Yeah, and I freeze. It's 60, it was 69 in here when I woke up this morning. Okay. Been waiting on you to come back. Good morning. I'm sorry and thank you for letting me know, Tony. Because I've just been in here running my mouth and just talking and talking and talking. And no one said anything. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's common. Oh, no. Oh, mercy. Not here. Not here, thank God. Like I said, we think it's cold when it's nowhere near, negative anything. Um, so it's 69 in here this morning, and I'm cold. I don't have on any heat, any air, um, and I'm cold. I'm usually cold in the summertime as well. So that's really not normal. A lot of people don't feel my pain, but yeah, I'm always cold. Unless I'm at the beach. It seems to be the perfect temperature. I'm gonna talk and manifest myself a house, a beach house. That would be great. I feel so much better, Tony. So much better. I really can't thank you all enough for the positive energy that you all put out. Um, I was thinking about it after I got off live. And, I have been, as I told y'all, I have been fighting going live on here for a long time. I kept getting that nudge to go, and I kept fighting it. Um, and it has turned out to be the best thing I could have ever done. The family, my cousins over here, y'all are the best. I thank God for y'all. Y'all are absolutely the best. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. It feels like, we've known each other forever. And the whole group, it feels like we've known each other forever. Even when the ones come in for the first time, it still feels like family walking in. Oh, a lot of the airlines are canceled in Europe. Oh, wow. Well, like I said, if you can, by all means, stay in. If you have to go out, bundle up, stay safe. I know you're probably, used to it by now, but I still want to speak blessings over your life and into your life and those connected to you to be safe and be careful. But yes, how are you doing this morning, Tony? Tony, I got something for you too. I got the recipe. I don't know why I couldn't remember it yesterday. I had to sit down and write it down and tell you. And there are 8 ingredients. Non-optional if you don't use butter in the cornbread. But it's yellow cornmeal, sugar, and milk. The optional part is the pat of butter over the top of the cornbread after it comes out of the oven before serving. How is it living in Alabama? I guess like anywhere, you have the good and the bad in between, you know, anywhere that you live, there are pros and cons. Um, what I love about living in Alabama is the country. I'm a country girl. I love being in the country. I can't wait to be back in the country. um, Having your own garden and just the solitude, you know. of living in the backwoods, I guess. Um, but even though it's off, kind of, I say backwoods, in a secluded area. It could be where there are like three or four neighbors. Good morning, cousin Charlene. Yes, yes, honey. I feel great. I feel great this morning. I told you I was gonna come on a little bit early, and I did. Tony let me know that they couldn't hear me, so I had to go out and restart my phone, and I came back. So here I am. Thank you for coming in. How are you doing this morning? Um, so yeah, sweetheart, that's the great part of it. About living in Alabama. Like I said, just the solitude. Even though it feels like you're away from everybody, you're really not. You're probably like 10 minutes from downtown, whatever um, small city that you're in. Now, the big cities, if you're, on the outskirts, you're probably a little bit farther away from the downtown area. But where I'm from in Alabama, she said, okay, headed to Atlanta. Girl, you kill me with that. You tickle me with that. I know it can feel like that. I know it can. I felt like that at one of the places that I work for. But you said there was an awesome movie about Alabama, but can't remember the name of it in 2004 or so. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Um, can you give me a little bit of what the movie was about? Because I'm not a big movie watcher, but I may know. There might be a chance that I may know what the movie is, what the name of the movie is, or have seen the movie. Um, like I said, I used to go to the theater, but I would always go to sleep, so it was just a waste of money. I was just paying them like $7.25 to take a nap, um, which I deemed to be quite dangerous after being in there for like 3 hours, sleeping in the theater by myself. So, and on TV, I mainly watch the same thing when I watch TV. So, more like a creature habit. I like old school things, that I grew up on, old school series like In the Heat of the Night, Little House on the Prairie, I Love Lucy, um, what else? Good Times. Things I still watch all the same shows that I grew up on. Good morning, Arabella. Good morning. I love that name. If I'm pronouncing it right, I love that name. That's beautiful. There was a girl. Oh, I have to look that up. I'll see if I can find that. 227. Yes, yes. Um, I love that show too. I haven't watched that in a minute. You just brought back some memories. Yeah, yeah. But I do watch TV. I think about and Golden Girls. You can't watch TV without Golden Girls and Andy Griffith. I, like I said, I just watch the old school stuff. Um, but yes, with that, I'll look that movie up, like I said, based on what you just, the information you gave me, and see if I can't come up with it. No, I haven't. And if I have seen it, I don't remember. 2004. There's 2004. Yeah, I was still having a hard time in 2004. Yeah. So I doubt if I saw it. I probably was still learning how to walk again in 2004. We'll figure it out. Somebody will know. Believe me. Um, Somebody will know the name of the movie, so I'll write it down when I find out, and I'll let you know. Yes, time flies. Like I said, thank God for that. Thank God that time just keeps moving. That we're only held in one place because we're holding ourselves in one place because time just keeps going. There was a time when I felt like in the beginning of this illness, probably around that time, 2003, 2004, 2005, that time was just, passing by and everything was happening around me and I was not included because I didn't feel well. My kids were growing up. At the time I was married. He was the one that would, have to take the kids out and do things with them because I didn't want them stuck in the house, because I couldn't go out. So I think at that time I had a home health care nurse and everything. Um, um, yeah, so I just remember, birthday, Christmas. I would just felt like I was missing everything. You're right. Time waits for no one. And if I had the same mindset that I have now, you're fine, sweetheart. You're fine. We got you. Got you. No problem. Um, I wouldn't have felt that way and I would have done a little bit more to be included, you know. But I didn't want them to, a lot of it was, I didn't want them to see me going through what I was going through, and I didn't want them to be stuck because I feel like going, so their dad would take them out and less that he would do that. He'd take them wherever they want to go, and basically I just sit at home and cry. Just cry. I did. I did. So when I called the health medical supply store here to see if they, had one in. Yes. Yes. To see if they had one in stock. She was like, yes, but you can get it with your benefits card. And I'm like, why would I want to do that? I can get it through my insurance at no cost. Oh, well, people do that. I said, no. I just called to see if you had one in stock. So that when they will send the prescription over, I can just come pick it up. And she was like, you have to have a paper script. Is that true? Okay. I guess, different places have different rules and regulations. So I will go and pick up my paper script Monday because I have an appointment this morning. And I'll pick it up Monday, which is fine. And then I'll have my chair Monday. But that's just crazy. Just me, that's crazy to say, well, you can use your benefits, your benefits card to purchase something that insurance will pay for. Oh, I feel you. Yes. Sweetheart, I see yours is 2012. I have two. I was 14 the first time, and then again in 2004. Yeah. Thank God for Jesus. Thank God that he had other plans. Thank you, Jesus. I thank him that this is part of our journey to be sitting here together this morning and talking about the goodness of God, how he kept us. At first I couldn't understand why. I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. My other doctors, they're able to know why she was, but if that's the way they want to go, I'll go and I'll pick up a paper prescription and I will take it to them. Because that was the first thing, that's why I was calling to see if they had any stocks. I could just have my doctor fax it over to them. And I might just check and see if I can't find another medical supply store between my doctor's office and in my home, so I can go somewhere else. Because, like I said, it didn't make sense to me, but I can't dispute it because I don't know enough about it, how they do things. But it just seems kind of odd that after I chose not to use my benefits card there, then I had to have a paper script. So if you won't do it my way, and that's one thing about living in Alabama. He asked about how it was to live in Alabama. That they, and I'm pretty sure they do that everywhere, but they make up their own stuff, their own rules, and there's really nothing you can do about it, other than not patronize them, which is more than likely what I'm going to do if I can find another place that's close. They're the only place that's close to me. I will do that before I travel 50 miles, one way. That would be like cutting off my nose to spite my face. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I can't really dispute it because I don't know enough about how they do things at different places. Like I said, the majority of the places will take a fax. They can just send the script over. Just shoot it on, just hit send on the computer. They got it, and they don't. There's no fuss, no fight. Yeah, you would think. Yeah. So, like I said, I'll look to see if there's another place that I can use, because, like I said, she was all giddy about me using my benefits card there, and then when I was like, why would I do that? When I could just get it through my insurance at no cost to me, and use my benefits, on other things that I need. And so she was like, hey, you would need to bring the prescription in. And okay. So that's what we're going to do. It's okay. That's what we're going to do. At least I'll have it in hand, just in case I find another place and they require the same thing. So I'll have it in hand. So it'll work out. Oh, okay. Tony, they don't, a lot of places, like I said, if you don't do it the way they want you to do it, or, they don't try to make it any easier for you. So, yeah. But like I said, it's all good because, it is what it is. They like it, I love it. Like I said, you, regardless of what field, because when I worked as a nurse, I treated people the way I wanted my mom to be treated. I treated people the way I wanted my children to be treated. And I treated people the way I want to be treated. Like I said, if my doctors, I have great doctors. So when you treat people ugly for no reason, you never know when your paths will have to cross again. You might have to rely on that person or the kindness of a stranger. To help you one day. So be careful how you treat people, especially, well, not especially, but all people. But if you find yourself in a position to a power where you can help someone, don't be ugly, and don't try to make things difficult for them just because you can. So yeah. Yes. I mean, it's broken in every aspect, judicial, medical, every aspect of the system is broken, in my opinion. Um, I don't know. I don't think the sentencing is harsh enough for some crimes. I don't think that some people, SA offenders. Hey, hey, how you doing? How you doing, cousin? Shatika, did I get that right? Good morning, cousin. I remember you now. I don't think that some criminals, like I said, the SA offenders, should ever get out. I don't think that there's any rehabilitation for them at all. Um, because most of them reoffend, and Tony, why you just stop me in my tracks like that? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I haven't had anything yet, but I am. Yesterday's toast and coffee, um, it didn't kick me too bad. You know, my stomach, kind of did a little, what's going on? Hey, cousin, how are you? Hey, Boosie, how are you? Good morning, sweetheart. Yesterday's coffee and toast did not kick me too bad. Like I said, my stomach probably did like, girl, what you doing? You know, we don't do this kind of stuff. We don't eat this time of morning. So, I'm doing great. I feel so much better this morning. Thank you for being here. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. It feels like I've been knowing y'all forever. Well, that'll do it. Asking me if I've done something I was supposed to do. Because if I had done it, as soon as I saw you, I would have said something. I would have been so proud that I'd already done it. But you're gonna ask me about it. Not at all. I don't think you're gonna ask me about it. But I'm gonna do the same thing again this morning. Um, like I said, I have a 10 o'clock appointment, so I'll be off of here probably in about another 30 minutes. A little bit more, but that's why I came on earlier today. Um, oh, that would be great, because 100 likes would be great, but not required, but that would be great. That would actually make my day. um, uh, I probably I've not seen that yet. Um, and I'm gonna start eating. Like I said, I'll probably just do something because I'm trying to, get my stomach used to. I'm doing it backwards because that's the way I've always done it. I've always taken my morning meds without anything on my stomach, and like I said, I don't. Yeah, I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking tea now, and then and that's what I did on live yesterday. I drank my tea, and then I turned around, had toast and black coffee, and it wasn't that much. The coffee wasn't much because I just had one slice of toast. Um, and I think that was the only cup of coffee I had yesterday. Yeah, I'm backwards as far as the way I do things. My coffee is I usually have coffee in the afternoon. Now that I'm only having one cup a day, because I do drink the tea in the morning, and I don't want to eat anything while I'm drinking the tea because that's the cayenne pepper, the honey, and the apple cider vinegar tea. So I drink that one cup of coffee in the afternoon. I have like a where I want something sweet, something I guess savory, and I like the hazelnut creamer. Oh, so that just makes my evening. I used to drink coffee, take a cup of coffee to bed with me. I did. I would have a cup of coffee on my nightstand, drinking coffee. But that's when I was drinking like, 12, 12 cups a day. Too much stronger is average liver coffee. I'm telling you, I have never heard of Turkish tea. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, but I will. I will. Like I said, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be ready for my next. I guarantee. Like I said, right now it's still a little bit backwards. I'm used to taking my morning meds at a certain point in my morning routine, and I'm not used to eating. So by the time I get off of here and eat the toast, the meds will be dissolved. Um, but yes, yes, green tea. Okay, and I do like green tea. Okay, okay. No, Tony, I don't like iced coffee or ice cream. I don't, if I do ice cream, I always melt it to where everybody is like, it's not even ice cream anymore. Oh, okay. All right, sweetheart. All right, be careful and go warm up. Yes, definitely heat up the house. 25. Okay. And that's negative 25. Lesson. Yeah. Y'all, I know Tony gonna get me straight. He's not gonna, you know, during my treatment again. Definitely not. It just kind of did a reset thing, and it just said reconnecting your live. So can you all still hear me? Hopefully you can. It did that one day, another day, and it didn't seem to break the connection on your end. Because I asked Queen Bee if she saw it, and she was like, no, everything is still everything on this end. So I don't know. I have, okay, great. Thank you, cousin. I have Spectrum, and if you know, you know. Spectrum does what it wants to do. Um, that's literally all I can say about Spectrum. It does what it wants to do when it wants to do it. And, oh, other than, I know they're probably tired of me calling them, because I call them every time. Every time, because I'm not paying for something that's not, working. So I don't care if it's not working for 10 minutes, I'm still going to call. You're like, hey, I didn't have service for 10 minutes, and I write down the time. So, yeah. I know they're tired of me. They might as well just give me it, my service for free. As many times as I call, that will stop me from calling. At least if it were free, I would expect it to be, kind of shoddy. But not when I'm having to pay for it. I think everyone who has Spectrum has the same experience. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, they want you to pay those high fees, and this service is not up to par. I don't even know why it goes out though. Like it can be sunny outside and no service. Exactly. But I'm telling you, I call them. I stay on the phone with Spectrum. If I don't call, like every day, I will write down the times, during the day that it goes off. And because I'm up, sometimes late at night, it'll go out and be off for hours. Um, I write it down, then I'll call them and just run down all the times. And they're like, okay, we'll discount this, discount that, discount. And I'm like, y'all might as well just give it to me. Because I'm not going to stop calling. I'm not gonna stop doing this because there's not gonna be a time when you're not gonna bill me. Like I had excellent service all month, which I did not. Yes. Yeah. So it can sense it and just cut it off. I feel you. That's here. That's here. I caught the devil trying to write my book. It wasn't the writing part that was getting me. I was trying to format it and get it ready for print. And Spectrum was just not working with me. There was a time when I had to walk away because I'm like, okay, what is going on? And then I thought about it. This book may be a game changer, which is why I'm having such a hard time uploading it, which is why every time I look at that box, it's red instead of blue. So I said, okay, I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to abort the mission. I'm going to, if I have to upload it a little bit at a time and save it and keep doing it like that, I will. So finally I got the book uploaded. I didn't even promote the book. I wasn't promoting the book at first. And before I could even promote it, someone had already went on Amazon and bought it even before I got my proof, to look at the book myself. And by the time I got the book, I was in awe myself, And I'm like, oh, I see why I was having such a hard time. Because this book, I sat down and read my own book like I didn't write it. It's called Ordinary People, Extraordinary Purpose. No, I'm not, Tony. I'm not. Yeah. I'm just on here talking. I'm just on here talking. I just started going live, so I didn't have, I had the subscribers, but I don't have the hours. Okay. Okay. That would be really helpful. That would be really helpful. Okay. Okay. I definitely will. He'll be here at 12 for lunch. Okay. Now, Tony, I'm going to have to write this down. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I don't even know. I didn't even know that. Where is it at? Um, Tony, how do you, where is the subscribe button in? If it's not on the top, where is it at? Is it or because But I will definitely. Okay. So screenshot what's going on now. Should it be a subscribe button on top of this page now? Is what you're saying, or on top of my, like, when I post or my main page? You gotta tell me, Tony, because you know I don't know what. I don't know. Like I tell everybody, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going live. I'm just going live. And I thank you. Thank you. Good morning, sis. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna screenshot what you're saying because there's no way I'd be able to write all this down right now. And probably get it right. Probably not write it down right anyway. But okay. Okay, I didn't know that. So I will definitely get him to check into that. Because you're right. I mean, he's a computer engineer, and you know they grew up in the computer age, so they know a whole lot more. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, thank you. I said there. I appreciate all of your help. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do you have a channel as well? That anyone in here have channels that they that I can subscribe to? Because we can all do this together. You know, not just one. We can all um, go from page to page and support each other from channel to channel, supporting each other. Um, I would love to do that. That way we all, you know, we stand together, we win together. So please, if you have a channel, I would love to subscribe to it. And I've gone, you know, like to the ones who subscribe to me. I started off, you know, subscribing to them. And then some people didn't have positive content on their channels. But hopefully by being on my channel, it rubs off on them and can help them with their outlook and the things that they put on theirs. So yeah, but anybody, you know, any of the cousins have YouTube channels, like I said, just let me know and we'll get this thing going. Okay. Okay. Well, anytime you decide to, Tony, please, you know, there's Milton Leroy. I was praying this morning, and he does this a lot. When I'm praying, he will come and I say hands, but you know they're paws. He'll come in and put his hands on my head. And sometimes when I'm not feeling good, he'll come and do that. Just put his hands on my head. Honey, I left my lip gloss out. He over there trying to steal it in front of my eyes. But he'll come and just put his hands on my head, like he's, you know, praying as well. I said, Lord, no, I needed Milton Leroy. Not so much as Milton Leroy needed me. I needed you, buddy. Yes. Yes, sir. Good morning, Lamont. Good morning. Happy Friday. We're feeling great this morning. Having a great morning. Like that, I have a 10 o'clock appointment. Gonna have a great, I can look at that. Gonna have a great appointment. And, yeah. Oh, my buddy, he is getting so big. Y'all, I have got to put up some pictures about and show y'all how small he was when I first got him compared to how he is now. Hey, boo. Mm. This is my baby. I think I'm more Milton Leon's baby than he's my baby. Because Milton Leroy is really here to take care of me. Sucking my bra because they are doing the floors over in the hallway. Thank God. Oh, wow. Yes. Well, uh, I hate that you're stuck in if you, but I'm glad that they're doing the floors over in the hallway. Do you mind being stuck in? In my case, that would probably be a plus for me. Um, being stuck in the house. But yeah, I don't have anywhere to go today. Like I said, my appointment this morning is a telehealth appointment. So I don't have to leave. Thank God. Thank God. But like I said, I'll be off of here in enough time that I will have, time to do a little bit of work in between getting off alive and my appointment at 10. So, and I'll be able to, like I said, do a mental reset, quick little reset, and I'll be ready for my appointment. It's a therapy appointment this morning. And I've been missing my therapist. I really have. Because for the last few months, like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of doctor's appointments and respiratory infections. So I'm coming up on now almost a month of not being sick with the respiratory infection. So yeah, I finally get to see her. We haven't seen her in. I didn't see her for the month of December, and I know I didn't see her every appointment in November. So she even messaged me yesterday like, "Got so much," and um, and again, my therapist, it's like talking to an old friend too. So oh yes, Tony, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Be still. We were just talking about that. I think Monday when I was telling the story about how Milton Leroy came to be a resident in my home. He was outside crying, and I was saying, how he stayed in position. He was outside hollering, but he stayed in position. He didn't move from the time that I looked out there and saw him to the time I went out there and got him. So if God can take care of Milton Leroy, if he takes care of the animals, um, imagine what he'll do if we just stay in position. And look how he's blessed you by being obedient, by being still, staying in position. It didn't happen, like overnight. It took 2 years, but you you were faithful, and so is God. And now the blessings are raining upon you. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy, first of all, that you were obedient, and second, of the blessings that are befalling upon you right now. May they continue to fall and even greater blessings. You know, Lamont, you said please. Did I miss something? Oh, oh. All I see is please on this screen. Lord, y'all gotta forgive me. I forget that I scroll down to read a comment, and then I forget to scroll back up to see the new comments that are coming in. So all I could see was please. And I'm like, please, please, what's going on? And then he was like, okay, please take it easy. Okay, I definitely am. Definitely am. I'm excited. It's gonna keep getting. It's gonna get even better. As the day goes on, as the days go on, as the weeks go on. So, yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is great. They are doing some major renovations. If they have added a gym. Oh, oh. Look at God. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I was thinking yesterday while I was eating my toast for breakfast, um, how people think that we are over the animals. And I really think that the animals are smarter than we are. They live free. They don't worry about paying rent. They don't pay bills. Here we are have figured out a way to add taxes for this, payments for that. And they just rely on God. And so they are smarter than we are. They have humans that take them in, give them baths, luxury spas, clothes, food, shelter, riding around in cars, Don't have to worry about it. Mental Leroy has not one concern or care in this world. So, who's smarter here? The humans that worry about everything, that have no trust in God, humanity, or themselves. We could learn a lot from animals. We really could. If there were no lessons to learn from animals, they would not have been on the ark. They would not have been created in the first place. There's a lesson in everything, everybody. Even in plants. Even in plants. Like I said, the lesson that I get from plants is that when you plant a seed, when you have a thought in your mind, that's planting a seed. What you do to nurture that thought is going to be the action that you take. If it's a negative seed, your actions are going to be negative. You're going to produce negative fruit. If it's a positive seed, same thing. You're going to get positive action yielding positive fruit. So, like I said, we can learn from everything. There's a lesson in everything. Even if it's just don't do it again. You can learn things in reverse sometimes. I've had to learn things in reverse of how someone treated me. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to treat others like that. So I learned in reverse. What not to do, how not to be. And it works out. Like I said, a lesson is a lesson. It's just if we choose to look at it as a lesson and accept that where the lesson came from. Sometimes we have expectations on how we want God to teach us things. Didn't always work like that. We've all been in school where the teacher just walked into the classroom and said, we're going to have a pop quiz today. With no warning. That's why it's called a pop quiz. Just pop up and quiz people, So, that's how life is. Exactly. We live and we learn. Exactly. Because I'm telling you, I told y'all, I'm not so much of a slow learner, but a stubborn learner. Just because I did it, I went against, what I was being led to do it my way. And it may have taken me a few times to figure out that, okay, my way is not going to work. Yeah. Because I would try it one way, that didn't work. Try it another way, that didn't work. Oh, I'm not a quitter. I'm very persistent. I am not a quitter by far. So even if I'm not getting the desired results, I will I was insistent on continuing to do it my way, which was the wrong way. And how much relief I feel by not even doing anything at all and just living in God. You know, people used to say back then that I walked around as though I didn't have a care in the world. Well, I didn't believe in telling people my worries or my struggles, because what are you going to do besides tell somebody else? You can't help me. So there's no sense in complaining about it, outwardly, even though I might be, living in torture inside my own, body. That's right. The only way. And like I said, it took me a minute. It took me a minute to figure that out. Like I said, I didn't trust God. I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust anybody. Yes. And now, what a beautiful life. Like I said, it didn't even have to look beautiful to anyone else. Like I said, I've owned homes. And then I find myself homeless, and now living in government housing. And even if I looked at this as this has got to be the lowest, point in my life. Well, the only place that I could go if I felt like it was the lowest place in my life, the only place I could go is up. So great things are happening, and I'm excited about them. I learned a lot of lessons, in between where I was and where I am now. A lot of great lessons. I wasn't afraid for anything. I've grown so much. Would I have ever imagined that this would be my life? No. But am I thankful that it is? Absolutely. Absolutely. God has a way of getting our attention. No matter how stubborn we are, He has a way. No matter how far we have strayed from Him, He still has a way. He still knows what we are, And He still has a way of drawing us back to Him. But He doesn't force anything. He still gives us free will. Like I said, we all feel that nudge. I've been feeling the nudge. You need to tell your story. You need to, start a YouTube channel. And I've had channels. I just didn't, I wasn't obeying what He was telling me to do. True that. I was in my car. So I definitely, like I said, I am so grateful. So grateful for this. It's just not ideal for healing, for dealing with, for having an illness, that you want to rest, or, it's not ideal for that. Or for someone who has suffered with childhood trauma, knowing that at any given moment, it can be someone in your unit, in your, what I would consider a safe zone, a safe place. So that still, I struggle with that. Like I said, I just found out that my abuser is no longer alive. But, so I'm still, dealing with that. So to know that I can step out of the shower and, man walking around the corner, toward, yeah, it did something. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm so thankful for being here. Like I said, I didn't foresee this, but I'm thankful for it. But I am ready for the country life again. Definitely ready for the country life again. I'm ready to have another puppy dog. So this is the first time I've actually only had one pet child. Like I said, my Jack Russell passed away, so yeah. And I know they need space, to run and play and burn all that energy. And I just want to be able to sit outside in peace, you know. Oh, I can't wait. And I know that day is coming. I know that day is coming. Um, I have neighbors who have been here for 30 plus years, and they're sweet as pie, you know. Um, I, so definitely, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a godsend, you know. Because like I said, I was in my car with a cat and a dog. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to slide y'all back for a minute. You're right. You're right. But the way they run it here, Tony, they run it like like you're just paying to stay in a prison, you know? It's really not your home. And they treated it, you know, as though it's not your home. They definitely let you know that it's still theirs. We have keys. Good morning, cousin Honey. How are you doing, love? How are you doing? Um, so the safety factor for me and feeling comfortable are my biggest concerns. Um, but other than that, like I said, I am thankful, beyond thankful, because there are so many other people I'm pretty sure that were on that list. Good morning, Leah. Happy Friday. I'm feeling so much better today. So much better today. It has been a fantastic Friday since I opened up my eyes this morning. And I know it's going to get even better. How are you doing? How are you feeling this morning? Um, I am not going to forget when I get up in here to eat my toast. Maybe not coffee this morning. Um, like I said, I only did a little bit yesterday. Only maybe even not even half of a mug yesterday because I only had that one little slice of toast. And I wanted to have coffee later on, which I forgot to have it yesterday. Excuse me. But yes. So like I said, I'm so grateful for everything. Um, I try to list 3 things every morning that I'm truly grateful for, whether it's big, small, regardless of what it is. And my list just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. You know, I can never stop. It's just 3 things. And that's why I say if we count our blessings instead of our burdens, you'll be surprised how your blessings far outweigh your burdens. You know, burdens, the problems of life are just temporary. Happiness is a choice. It's you know it's forever. Joy can be forever. You know, every situation is not going to be joyous, but if you go into it with a heart of joy and praise and thankfulness and gratitude, it will definitely make any storm that you're going through a lot easier. And it won't last that long because you're going to be praising your way through it. Oh, um, I do. Tony, you you own it this morning. I do. And I know I shouldn't. My uncle was a lifesaver last month. Him and his friend, they came and my uncle drove me home. His friend drove my car. So yeah, uh, that was a blessing in itself. I'm more than likely gonna see if we can't do that again. Um, because that worked out great. I was with someone that I knew. I was able to sleep, you know, off and on the way home, which if I had, you know, with in a car service, that was a concern that, I wasn't gonna be feeling my best on my way home, and I didn't want them, to put me on a boat to Mexico or somewhere. I don't know, ship me out of here while I wasn't feeling good. But I can tell you, you ship me out of here, you ain't gonna get no work out of me. You might as well just not even do it, or you gonna end up sending me back. So don't even look to kidnap me. You ain't get no work out of me. you go, you gonna lose money kidnapping me. But yeah, it worked out that my uncle came and got me. And Tony, you throw those questions when I'm not even expecting it. We not even, but yeah, I do. And like I said, I know I shouldn't, but I don't have a choice. My uncle lives in that area, so I didn't want him to be coming down the road, at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's like 4 trips, 2 round trips. Oh, no, no, no. My appointment today is a telehealth appointment, so I don't have to go anywhere. We'll just, I'll click in on the link at 10 o'clock or a few minutes before 10, and that's how we'll do that. Thank God I don't have to go anywhere. I used to have to go, into the office before COVID, and during COVID, they were doing the telehealth appointments, and she just continued to do it. And then she moved out of area, so but yeah, it works out great for me. Excellent that I don't have to go into the office for my counseling sessions anymore. The only time that I would have to go into the office is like every 6 months, and that's for new prescriptions. Hi, Sean. How are you doing, cousin? Yes, I am good this morning. Happy Friday to you. How are you doing? Like I said, it's a fantastic Friday. It's the best Friday to have a fantastic Friday. Oh, I remember you, Sean. Your name is on my prayer list. That's why I said, Cousin Sean. How are you doing? Yes, I remember you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I get to, while I'm on the phone with her, I get to lay down. She don't care. Yes. Yes, it is a convenience for me. I love it. I love it. So like I said, a lot of some positive things came out of COVID-19 too. Like I said, everything is about how you look at it. Um, and I take that as a win. Yes, Sean, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Like I said, I was struggling a little bit because I had yesterday because I had went out, and like I said, I didn't even do that much, but my body was hurting. It was hurting when I got in Wednesday. It was hurting all night, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And like I said, I thank God for y'all. I thank God for my family here. All of y'all. My TikTok family, because y'all really, pour life into me. The good energy, the prayers. Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Because when I got off yesterday, I felt great. I started feeling better and better and better as the day went on. So by yesterday afternoon, oh, I was ready. I was feeling great. And it carried over until today. And like I said, it'll just keep getting better. Yes, yes. I'm glad your day has been good so far. And like I said, Sean, it's gonna get even better. If you believe it's gonna get better, it's gonna continuously get better and better and better as the day goes on. Like I said, I'm gonna have a great day all day. No, I did not. I have not did my grocery list. I haven't pressed, send on my grocery list. I'm just accumulating my list as I go. So it's on my list. I'm just putting, the different things that you all are suggesting. And like I said, I like salmon, but I haven't had it in, well, I had, salmon croquette. I've made patties, recently, for dinner. But like, just the fillets, I haven't had in a minute. And that's what I put on my, grocery list. And I like Publix, because it's really fresh. And, um, and plus I like it because it didn't take long to prepare, you know. That and some brown rice, some broccoli, and I got a whole meal, you know. So yes, I will, but it won't be until, I won't do my next grocery order until, the middle of the month. So I still have a few more days before I do my next order. Um, it was something I was gonna ask you, Leah, yesterday. Like I have a craving for pickles. Now I love pickles. I've always, ate pickles, but now it's like in excess. I can't get enough of them. So since you've been taking your infusion treatments, have you noticed that you crave um, you crave anything in particular? And if so, do you crave it in excess? Oh, is that what you is that what you have? Because that's the perfect meal for me when I have it. That's exactly what I do every time. Every time. Yes, I meant to ask you that yesterday. If you had a craving for anything. Milton. Milton, what is it, buddy? What is it? Huh? What is it, Milton? What? Okay. You do your thing, bud. Do your thing. Okay. Uh-uh. He is running around here like 100 miles per hour. And then he's just popping out of different places, looking at me like, I got you. Yeah, I'm going to have to put some clothes on. When he has his clothes on, he acts more dignified, you know? He's like a wild child now. But when you put clothes on Milton Leroy, he's all dignified as a ditty. Yeah, I'm not trying to get my clothes dirty. We might go off, we might run to town. And I want to be ready. So yeah, I might put him on some clothes and not take him anywhere. Yes, only one certain brand for me too. It could be because I order the biggest jars that I can. I'm up to now ordering 3 jars at a time. And I know that that is not healthy. But I cannot kick it. I can't kick it. Um, yeah, and the jars don't last. I was ordering 2 jars. Well, I was ordering 1 jar. It was just my regular thing. Ordering a jar of pickles. And now I can get I was getting like 2 jars, like every other day. I know Walmart thought I was crazy because they were just delivering pickles in some orders. And I'm like, oh, it's taking you a week to okay. No, I'm going through jars. I can go through that big jar. If I don't pace myself, I can go through that in like a uh yeah. I can go through a big jar in less than a day. I'm trying to pace myself, but it is like those pickles are calling me. Like 3 and 4 pickles at a time. And then I put a little bit of salt on the plate, and then I dip them in the salt for each bite. So I don't know. It's got to be the medication. It could only be the infusion. But I wanted to ask you that the other day, um, to see if you were having the same issues with anything. But now that it's the same, thing, pickles. Oh wow. Well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I am trying. I really am. I really am trying to resist the urge, every time I feel it, not to get up and grab, pickles. But yeah, I'm not winning every time though. I'm definitely not winning. I am eating pickles galore. I ordered 3 jars, and then I drink the juice. And I've always done that too, but I'm doing more so now than ever. I do too. I do too. I have high blood pressure too. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know what I can take to lessen this craving that I'm having. But I know I'm eating an unhealthy amount of pickles and consuming an unhealthy amount of sodium. But thank God, even though I have been doing this for months now, my blood pressure has been under control. So thank God for that. It's actually been like how it was before I even was diagnosed with high blood pressure. It always ran low. And so now it's back running, what is normal for me, my normal baseline. So I don't know. I don't know. I think, with us, a lot of the medications that we take, the side effects are, like the high blood pressure and the cholesterol. Look at what we're putting into our bodies. We're getting poison pumped into our bodies, and then we're taking them, orally. So, it's the catch-22. Like I said, we pray over everything, but these pickles are walking me like a dog. You get me? That would always be me. I will definitely be praying for you, Leah, because that was me, like the time when they had to sick me 3 times and I was just in there shaking like a leaf, Yeah. Girl, I mean, I was telling the girl, look, just strap my arm down. Good morning, CR7. Happy Friday, sweetheart. Good morning, welcome in. But I was telling her, I was like, look, just strap my arm down because you're going to end up cutting me like Zorro with that needle. And then she stuck me twice and she was like, I don't feel comfortable sticking you a 3rd time. I'm going to go get someone else. And I was like, that's fine. And I told her she could even do it because it was my fault. I'm the one that's, shaking and carrying on. But I had called Queen Bee that morning. I was sitting out in the waiting room. I mean, I was shaking so bad I could hardly walk. Yes. Like I said, I'm trying to bite it. I never had this problem. Never had this problem. Like I said, I realized that I'm consuming an healthy amount of them. But I don't know, you know? Only time I'm not thinking about eating a pickle is when I'm asleep. And like I said, I don't start eating them until after noon, because I don't want to put a pickle on my stomach in the morning. But I've looked at the jar in the morning, but I'm like, you trying to set yourself up, girl. So no, after lunch, it's fair game. Yes, I do. I buy kosher dill pickles, and I buy the store brand, Walmart brand, the biggest jar I can get out of there. Now I'm getting 3 at a time, and I know you're thinking, just cut back and just go back to 2 or back to 1. That just means I'm gonna eat that jar up in a day, and then have to get another jar the next day. I thought about that. I really have. I thought about that. But I am trying to stick with this limit of 3 per order. No more than 3 jars per order. Because one guy, bless his heart, he was the same delivery driver for both of my pickle orders. And he brought it to the door, and I try to get it early in the morning, so my neighbors can't see me getting pickles. Like, what is she doing? What is she ordering from Walmart every other day or every 2 days? What is she, So I figured I'd order, early in the morning while everyone's still asleep. So it was the same young man for 2 orders back to back. And I said, look, dude, I know you think that, something is wrong. I said, there is. There is something wrong with you. He said, you love pickles. I said, yes, I do. He said, I know. I said, I'm trying to cut back. He said, I know, but they're so good. So, yeah, he understood. While he was bringing me pickles at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, no, I don't eat any red meat. I stopped eating red meat years ago. I don't eat pork. Like I said, often. I don't buy pork. So it's seafood, chicken, and turkey. That is what my meat consists of. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, the only time that I may have red meat, hey, sister, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Friday. The only time that I may have red meat, and I haven't done this in I know 3 years, 4 years, because I'm 54. So I have my 50th birthday was the last time that I had a steak. And I like my steaks really, really, I mean, rare. It can still be mooing and moving. That's how rare I like it. So I haven't had a steak in 4 years. So yeah. And I don't crave it as much. I used to when I was severely anemic. They said that's why I crave the raw meat, so to speak, because my own deficiencies. But like I said, the red meat just doesn't digest well anymore, and the sarcoidosis affects my stomach. So it's just not worth it. It's just not worth doing all the time. Like I said, if we're gonna do it, it would be like I said, on my birthday, and I still haven't done that in 4 years because I can't find anyone anymore. There was a restaurant where I used to live that could do a rare steak perfect. It was just perfect every time. And And a lot of people can't 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 cook a rib steak. They get it, they overcook it. Even with me telling them, hey, just just run a torch over it on both sides and bring it to me. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's hard to digest, even if you are a healthy person. Red meat stays with you for a long time. No. From what I'm hearing people say, my mom couldn't eat red meat because her body couldn't digest it. But like I said, I just stopped eating it because at the time I was going through things with my stomach, and I was really sick on my stomach, and I would eat it, and yeah, it stuck with me longer than I would have expected it to. I could get sick 2 days later, and that's what's coming up is that red meat, and about to choke me at the same time. Did you know that Walmart? No. Where at, Tony? Tony, my email is in my description. Send me the link to those um to that 8 pound bag, and I will definitely tell my kids. Yeah, I'm telling you, Queen Aries, I'm about to pass out. Trying to get rid of that red meat. Hey, Sean, you back? Y'all, that's cousin Sean. You back? Welcome back. What time is it, y'all? Okay. Y'all know I can't see. Oh, let me see, what time is it? Okay. I'm gonna get off in about 11 minutes. I'm gonna get off at 9 o'clock my time. Like I said, that'll still give me an hour to do what I need to do, and do a mild reset before my 10 o'clock appointment with my therapist. Cause honey, like I said, she is just like a family member at this point. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so yeah, we gonna be laughing and cutting up. I'm glad y'all, get the first dose of my morning silliness this morning. Like I said, and I feel compared to yesterday, and that's one of the things that's not predictable, with any illness. But it's for myself, I can say it's definitely, not you can't predict what one day to the next is gonna be with this illness. I can't even predict, from 1 hour to the next, you know, let alone one day to the next. But isn't it a vast difference in how I felt yesterday versus how I feel this morning? I'm talking about, it's like night and day. Yesterday, I wasn't, as my grandmother would say, I wasn't hitting a lick. What she said? I wasn't hitting a lick with a stick. I wasn't hitting a, yeah, I think I couldn't hit a lick with a stick. Didn't feel it. Um, now that's true. Now I have never wasted a day of my life then. Never wasted a day. um, but yeah, and it's because of the positive energy here too, though. You know, if you all didn't have the positive energy sending those vibes my way, um, it wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? But because of you all pouring your positive energy my way, and I'm pouring mine back to you, whatever I got. Okay, Tony, I got you. Definitely. Um, that's what makes it work, because that's what we are. We all are energy. That's what we are, just walking, talking, breathing energy. And what we give out is what we get back. And plus, you can't be a mean person putting out good energy. It didn't work like that. Good people, good vibes. And that comes from a positive mindset. So, like I said, I thank y'all. I don't know, I can say I wish I had done it sooner, but everything happens in perfect timing. I am so grateful that I finally gave in to that um, nudge that I constantly been feeling, and decided to start going live on here. I mean, I was missing out on a great family over here. Thank y'all. I thank y'all so much for accepting me into into your lives. Um, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm so thankful that I was finally obedient. Like I said, it was only out of fear that was keeping me from doing what I was being led to do. So thank God. Yes, thank God. Mm, yes. Like I said, no matter how low you feel like you are, just hold on. Change is inevitable. Like I said, it's not optional. It's inevitable. It is going to happen. Just as the seasons change, so does our situation, so does our life. Everything, I could wake up tomorrow morning and everything be totally different. Everything be changed. And not just me, everyone. Everyone. Like I said, if you feel like you're at the lowest place in your life, just hold on. Just hold on. Know that change is coming. Don't lose hope. And if you're up on top of the world, if you feel like you're on top of the world, take full advantage of it. Be a blessing, to someone else. Pull someone else up too, you know. And know that snap of a finger and the blink of an eye, things can change as well. So do good, do well. Be a blessing while you're up there, you know. Because it only takes a split second for things to change, and you want to do good while you're there, so that if you do fall, someone will definitely come along and pull you up, you know. Return the favor. Not that you're doing it for anything in return, but you do want to have yourself in a position to where someone will be willing to do the same for you. I know I have. I've had to rely on the kindness of a stranger, and that's why I treat everybody as if I know them. Because there could be a situation that my children are in, people connected to me are in, that they would have to rely on the kindness of a stranger. And I want them to be well received by that stranger. So, yeah. Do all things in love. Kindness is free. A smile is free. It costs nothing to be kind. I'm not saying to put yourself in harm's way, because pray for discernment, because God gives us the little He gives us intuition. Trust your instincts. If you feel like a situation you shouldn't step into, don't trust your gut. Trust God. That's the Holy Spirit talking to you. Like I said, not every fight, do we have to participate in, That's not what I'm saying. Like I said, God will lead and guide you. If you ask for it, He will definitely do it. I'm telling you. I know firsthand. I know firsthand what it feels like to do things on my own, and what it feels like to be led by God doing things. Totally different. And the main difference is peace. Peace. I don't have, half of the things that I have when I have. But even though I don't, I have less. I am so happy. I'm at peace. I couldn't have paid for this. Yes. And now that I know what it feels like, I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let this feeling go. And if anyone comes into my life and disturbs this feeling, they won't stay. They won't even get a chance to get into it, because now I can smell it before I step in it without saying, what it is. I can smell it because ain't nothing worse than stepping in it and having it on the bottom of your shoe. It's like the scent is intensified by 1,000%. So, like I said, now I can smell it, I can see it before I step in it. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. And now that I trust myself, mostly I trust God. I'm not in survival mode. I'm in thriving mode. And I'm loving this. I am so loving this. Yes. That's it. Like I said, they don't even get it door. And it's because of the energy that I'm putting off now that they know that it's not even worth them trying. That's why I said, honey, if somebody was gonna kidnap me and send me overseas to do something, baby, you ain't gonna make no money off of me. I'm not gonna make you any money. I'm not worth being kidnapped, put on a slow boat to China or Mexico, nowhere. You ain't gonna make no money off of me. Be over there sucking on this oxygen, laying down somewhere. You'll send me right back. You, matter of fact, you send me back first class. Uh-uh. I am not worth the investment as far as, kidnapping. I'm not. I'll be sitting up on the Delta Airlines flight first class. Talking in broken French. Y'all have figured out that I am silly. I have a great imagination. But yeah, I have said that forever. Whoever get me, whoever even try to kidnap, whoever they were kidnapping me for, they gonna get in trouble. What you doing with her? What you bring? What are we gonna do with her? Yeah. Hey, I'm putting it out there. So y'all know. If you looking, look somewhere else. Just go back over there and lay down somewhere. Don't even stop looking over here. Plus, I'm trying to teach Milton Leroy how to show his claws on command. Like just maybe I don't know. I'm trying to teach him survival skills. Because when I tell you Milton Leroy has none, he has absolutely none. This is the only window that he has security over. Stuff can happen over there and over there. Oh, he don't care. It's not his concern. But yeah, when we're riding in the car, I'm trying to get him, to show his claws, his nails on command so he can at least threaten somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's literally it. Eat pickles and mind my business. But it looks like I'm going to have to end up trying to put Milton Leroy in karate class because like I said, he needs some help. But if he just get with it, he'll do it. Every once in a while, I'm like, show me your hands, show me your nails. He'll do it. But when we're riding in the car, like I tell him, I'm going to have to step out of the car for a minute, show me your nails. Like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And I tell him, I lock the car up, and I'm like, Milton Leroy, I'm going to run in here. I'm going to do this. Don't let nobody take you. Don't let nobody take you. while I'm gone. Don't let nobody take you. Every time I come out, he right there. Like somebody gonna break the window to get Milton Leroy. I bet you'll figure out how to show the man's in. Yeah. Hell, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. It's a few minutes after 9. Like I said, I gotta I'm gonna do, like I said, just a little reset. I'm gonna do my butter toast and yeah, I got a little bit of tea left. So yeah, I'm gonna make me a slice of toast this morning. I might try cheese toast this morning. Not grilled cheese, but a cheese toast where you toast it and just a lot of cheese on it and let it melt because the bread is gonna be hot already. Yeah, I might try that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That sounds really good for some reason. Yeah. And then, like I said, I'll still have pickles for lunch. Lunch and dinner. But what? Okay, I'll tell y'all about that tomorrow. If I remember. I probably won't. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbye or my see you laters, because I don't say goodbye. So see you laters. To my cousins, thank y'all for being here. I love y'all so much. I will be here in the morning. Like I said, I'm doing every day of January, so that means weekends included. So I will see y'all in the morning. I so enjoy starting my morning off with you all. I love it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Okay, I was just going to say, I don't know why I don't see Leah's tool, but it's there. Okay, I see it. It's there. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the morning. Like I said, y'all continue to have a fantastic Friday. And even if you're not having such a great day right now, know that it's going to get better. Speak it into existence, believe it, and just watch what happens. I love y'all. I am. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you, Queen Aries. Thank you, Cousin Charlene. Love y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Bye, Tony. Love you. See you in the morning. Milton Leroy says, he said, what up? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Aries. Milton Leroy said he'll see y'all in the morning. He on duty right now. He said he'll see y'all in the morning. He ain't got time to chit chat. He said he'll see y'all in the morning. Love y'all. See you later.